Hello again. So today I'm going to start moving my plants in for the winter. You know, some of the ones like my euphorbias, I have a lot of small ones that they just can't take the cold that we'll get. We don't get a lot of cold, but I'm right here. This is the end of my outside garden. So this window gets eastern morning sun. The sun actually is just up. It's kind of right out there. So Dave last year put these little shelves up here for me. You can see where I had plants sitting here last year with, of course, nothing to protect them. But these shelves were just scraps we got at Home Depot. I think we paid $2 for, I don't know, 20 feet of this board. It's bowed in the middle, but it's actually really strong. And he has them nailed or screwed onto the bracket, so they're not going anywhere. And then the nice thing is I can open and close this to get them, you know, filtered light or full light, whatever. And so I'll be able to put lots of little plants across here, and I will, I'll show you how they, how they look. This is actually Squeal's room. Squealy pig. She keeps coming up to the door and then leaving because I'm making noise in her room. But yeah, I'll show you how they look, and this is what I do in the wintertime. This is the spare bedroom, which is just piled with all kinds of random stuff. So I have two windows. This one also has two shelves. These shelves are not screwed on here, and because I think we didn't have any more short screws. So I do need to have him screw these two down because these were really wobbly last year when I was trying to water the plants and move stuff around. I was afraid I was going to knock them off. I didn't. But again, there's a mini blind in here so I can close it or give them full sun, like that. And so that's the windowsill and two more shelves that I can use for small plants. So that gives me quite a bit of room. So this is the dining room window where I already have a lot of plants. You can figure out what I'm trying to say. I did buy a couple of new things. I bought this beautiful, I forget what it's called. It's got a label. No, you know what? She gave me a card that had the care and the name of this, but it's super velvety. I'm going to try so hard to take good care of it because I don't want to kill it. I bought another, a Gymnocalycium. This was a dinosaur. It's called Dinosaur. Look at the stripes on it. Isn't that pretty? It's so cool. And then this is some sort of a Ripsalis, I believe. I got to look it up. But anyway, so I have one more window. And, that gets the east sun in the morning. And I don't have any shelves in this one. And I don't really want to put any in here because it is the dining room. But I am able to reorganize. I'll move these house plants somewhere else. And then I can get some more cactus or succulents in this window also. And that'll give me a little bit more room for some small stuff down on that windowsill. I usually have these tables lined with plants in the winter. So in my greenhouse, I could put a lot of stuff out there and it'll keep the frost off things, but it gets just as cold inside as it does outside. So it doesn't really, plants that I want to keep above 40 degrees, I can't just stick them out there because during the day it gets really hot in there, but at night it gets very cold. So yeah, this is my last window. So I'll be moving these in and I'll bring you along. Okay, so I got a few things in here. In this room, I brought in this little tiny agave. It's a variegated ischimus, or I can never remember the name of it. And I lost the tag for it. It faded. So I need to look it up, but it's cute. And then my, oh, you know what? The tag's right there. Selena Sirius grandiflorus cuttings. Now look how big these guys have gotten. So when I got them, they were all three this size. One, two, three. And this one took the longest to root, but it finally did. And then this one actually grew a whole new arm, whereas this one just continued to grow straight up. So I think maybe these two were cuttings from the top, from an end, and that was a cutting that had the end chopped, so it formed a new arm. I don't know, I'm not sure. And then I have this Ripsalis of some sort. What is this? It's a, I can't see, it's under here. Paradoxa. Yeah, Ripsalis paradoxa. So this one's doing really good. It's growing very long. And then here's another one that I just got from my friends at Kazumi Nursery, and she couldn't remember. It's in that same family, but I don't know what species it is. And then I also got these two little, I don't know what they are, little guys, these little cactus. They're cute. I bought two Tephro cactus. Where'd the other one go? Oh, this one's down here, and this piece was just laying in the soil, so I just kind of stuck it in there, and hopefully it'll root. It probably fell off that plant. And then I bought this little tiny Opuntia, and it stays small, but I do need to repot it so it looks better, you know, all of these actually. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. These do have glow kids, so I don't like touching them, but it was just adorable. These ones, oh, and I bought this one, the Gymnocalycium. It was listed as dinosaur, so I just love the stripes. Look at the color. So, what you doing? Hi, Pipsqueaky. My little Pipsqueaky. I'm in my pig's room. Are you poking me? What? What want? What want? Why don't you go outside? It's nice. I brought in a couple euphorbias. I forget what this thing is. I've tried to kill this thing so many times, and I've discovered that it actually likes shade. It likes a little early morning sun, and then it likes mostly shade, and I don't remember what it's called. I've had it for like 4 years. And here's another little euphorbia, a little cactus. Now these ones were, let's see, that one, and then Proud Plant Parent, and those two. No, that one, those were in my windowsills in the kitchen. They've been in the kitchen for a long time, and so I thought I'd bring them in here for the summer. So this will get a really good morning sun because it's facing the east. The sun comes right up out over there. The ones in the windowsill are facing west, and the trees now, at this time of year, because the sun's coming up, you know, over in the south and kind of going down. It comes up basically in the southeast and goes down in the southwest. So the west window in the kitchen does not, because it's kind of towards the other end of the house, it doesn't get much sun. So I've moved a lot of these into this window. These the Pliosphilus, I have these two Nellies. These were in the front of the house. I just moved them in here to give myself more room. This little Lithop, that was in there too. And I moved my Obessas. These were on the front porch, brought them in. And then I just got this Astrophytum from Poots Nursery. When did I get it? I think I got it in the spring, and it's been in the front. I just brought it in. I don't know how cold hardy they are. I think that's the only Astrophytum that I think I have. But my Nellie, this one just bloomed. And I believe, yeah, that one did too. These just bloomed not too long ago, so I can probably give them a drink now. I need to repot that one. It's like sunk so far down in its pot. But so this is the first batch that I brought in, and they will stay in this window until spring when it warms up. I just almost tripped over my little Pipsqueaky. My little Pipsqueaky. My baby. I'll leave them here till it warms up in the spring. And then I can open and close those blinds to give them filtered light if I feel like it's getting too bright as spring gets closer. But we are just going into, not even in winter, we're still late fall. We got another month or month and a half of fall before. But it's getting cool outside. The temperature's getting into the low 40s, upper 30s now. And I don't want anything to die. So then as soon as Dave puts some screws in the shelves in my other room, the window which is just right next door that way, there's another window, same thing, but I need to have him secure the shelves down because they were pretty wobbly last year. So, and then I'll show you what I bring in and put over there. Okay, so the last one is finished. Dave did screw my shelves down for me, but we didn't have short enough screws, so they are sticking up on the ends, but I don't care. The shelf is secure, so now it won't wiggle. It is a little bit, you know, like that, so that the the plants aren't perfectly level, but with the shelf screwed down, they don't move now. So if I pick up one, the rest of them aren't gonna just rock back and forth. I don't get as much sun on this side as I do on this side because the sun is way over there to the south this time of year. But what I do is occasionally I just switch the plants around. And I've brought in some that don't need to be brought in. Didn't need to be brought in, however you want to say that. Like I have these agave. This is I believe this one is the Ferdinand. The Agave Reginae King Ferdinand. I think that there's another one somewhere. Oh, down here. Those don't need to be brought in, but they were over on the side of the house. This one too is an Agave Filifera. So these were just some cuttings. I have a couple more right here. Aloe Cameronii cutting. These didn't need to come in. This Aloe Starry Night did not need to come in. But I brought them in because they were over on the shelf on the north side of the house and they were not getting any sun at all. And so I have not watered any of this stuff and I don't even know how long. So everything got a really good drink, most of it. This euphorbia did not. Now the euphorbias do come in because they're not frost hardy and it's going to start getting cold. I brought this little cactus in because it was, if I can do this without knocking the other one off. I don't know if you can, I should have done this in the afternoon when the sun is the other way, but as you can see how purple it is on that side. Get it out of the sun. It was getting really sun stressed where it was. So I just went ahead and brought it in. I'll keep it in for the winter. I did give it a good drink. I probably will not water the cactus again for, maybe until spring. I don't know. I brought in, these are just some cuttings I started and these were these were leaf pullings. But I have a lot of little lovely rose, Echeveria lovely rose leaf pullings that are doing really good. They're about a year old now, I think. And eventually I'll put them out in the ground. They didn't need to come in, but I just needed the space on the shelf they were sitting at. So these little Obesa hybrids, brought those in. And now, here's another one. This Agavoides, this didn't need to come in, but it was sitting there all by itself. So I'm like, I'll just stick it in the window too. Here's another Agave Perii, and that was a pup off my big plant. And didn't need to come in, but I just brought it in. So I do have these, I don't know which one this is, Christmas cactus, Thanksgiving cactus. These were cuttings. They are finally rooted, so I did give them a really good drink, and I'll keep a close watch on them, and they should plump up now that they're rooted. And same thing with this epiphyllum. It does have some new growth right there. And I soaked it really good because now I can tell when I pull on it, this is really well rooted in here now. So this one's doing good. So it should really take off. And it did need to come in because this won't survive our cold outside, at least not where it was. Here's some more Christmas cactus cuttings. Christmas cactus, Thanksgiving cactus, or Easter cactus. There's like 3 different kind of varieties. I'm not sure which ones these are, but they do have new growth, all of them. So I know they're doing really well. You can see there's new little growth tips on them coming in. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but I can see that they're really starting to take off. So they're rooted. Everything in here got really a good soaking, except for that euphorbia, because I forgot about that one. But I will take that one and water it. And I'll just check on these, every couple days. But they'll get plenty of sun here. They'll be protected from the frost. And, yeah, they should do good. And I also have a windowsill, so I can add more small plants down here, which I usually do. Because this room, the pigs don't come in this room. This was my hedgehog room. And I didn't want them messing with my little hedgehog. And so, because her cage is on the floor. Kind of lost my train of thought. Oh, in Squeal's room, I can't put plants on the windowsill because the pigs will knock them off, but they can't come in here. So I do have lots of room. And yeah, these guys should do good through the winter in here. I'll put them back out in the spring as soon as it starts being consistently in the upper 40s to low 50s, then I'll start putting them back outside, the hardier ones first. And usually I put them on my rolling cart and I roll them out in the morning so they get used to the sun, bring them back in the garage at night until they're ready to go out back where they were. So they should all do good. And this is what I do with a lot of my small plants in the wintertime. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.